Good morning. Nice bright sunny day outside. Before I get started on my outside chores, I thought I'd go ahead and start on the Zenoah clone. You can see here she's purple. It's a good color. One of my favorites. Two best colors in the world are orange and purple. You know how I know that? They're so awesome. They don't even have anything that rhymes with them. And don't say nurple, because that's not a real word. So here we have, I'm going to take the bar off real quick. We have this chainsaw, 20-inch bar, 325 pitch. I've already cut with this chain a few times. I'm actually pretty pleased with it. It's not stretching a bunch like I thought it would. But this is a 62 2053P. I bought it from some guy off of the marketplace. I couldn't pass it up. I'm hoping to get some more because actually after running this and letting my friends cut with this, they're very interested in it because they're not, heavy foot firewood getters. They're just need chainsaw because they have property, and with the low cost investment of the purchase and as good as it runs, it'd be easy to get your money's worth out of this saw. And I also found out that you can get parts for them, which is kind of cool. So that was my biggest concern with any saw back when I was actually a saw dealer. That was the big thing. It's like, well, servicing dealer, you got parts. Well, in this town that I live by, I can go to my dealer and they'd have to order the parts for me. So ordering parts online for my stuff is no big deal. In my occupation, I have to do that all the time anyway, so I have a pretty good line of vendors out there that I like dealing with. There's some good ones online. So there you see, the air filter just comes off with a thumb screw. It's a silk screen filter. Got a nice rubber seal around the base that meets right down there on this nice cast aluminum piece, which is kind of funny that the saw that that's on there. Good God. Boy, that spark plug needs to start coming off. It's not coming off. I'm not being a screwdriver. That'll work. Geez, that spring's really stuck on the spark plug. Don't really care for that too much. So let's get that spark plug out of there. Pretty good burn. So what are we looking at here? It claims to be 63 cc's. I don't know, but I've been told that these are typically 58, even though it's, the model number 622053, but also on the same decal it says displacement 63 cc's, but the model number kind of tells me it's a 62, which is a popular size as well. don't know if they're just getting a little free with their advertising there, but realistically, 60 cc is pretty awesome size. Somewhere in there, your average Joe is going to be able to use this, and with some pretty good success. But I'm only going to get so far today. I've got, like I said, I have other things going on. I just wanted to get started on this saw because it's been 3 weeks since I said I was going to do this. And I know, I don't think anyone's died from holding their breath. Probably not even passed out from holding their breath waiting for me to get to it. But like I said I would. Here I am. You know, one of the other things I liked about this saw at first glance is you notice it's got a 3-shoe clutch on it. That's good. It does have good clutch engagement. 3-shoe is always better than 2. Again, I don't think this has a crap ton of horsepower or any result in the clutch anyway, but it does have adequate power. There's a couple more in here. It's all learning. So there's 2. So you have the outside 3, like just about everybody out there. And then they've got 2 more inside the airbox there. And I'm going to kind of try and keep all these screws here. Looks like they'll stay put. It's kind of a little bit of a friction fit there. Not really threaded, but probably enough to keep from losing those screws. I don't know, it just cracks me up. It just purple chainsaw. So everything here looks pretty straightforward. Your basic on-off switch, which is probably the first thing that I would break because it sticks out there quite a bit. I don't know. Choke looks pretty straightforward. Just sets in the groove. You know, you look at the finish on that cylinder, it looks pretty darn clean. I don't see a bunch of snaggletooth castings on it or anything. It's a pretty nice looking cylinder from the outside anyway. Yeah. Let's get this starter off of here. Typical 4 screws. Got your inner baffle for directing the air. That's nice. This starter, all plastic. Nice. Ooh, that's yucky. I don't need a rag here. Ooh, that little rubber humigids jumped off of there. Oh, looks like that jumped out of there. It did. So you get your rubber grommet for heading to your screws. Let's get back to the starter. Nice silver paint job on some white plastic. I got no problem with that, because I actually thought about when I'm all said and done before I put it back together. Everything that's silver, I think it looked pretty cool, or orange. Maybe leave the silver in here around the decal. Everything else orange. Maybe I'll do this wedge orange, or leave it silver and do orange out here. I don't know, something. Nothing special on the fasteners. And there you have it. There's a good look at that. You know, casting's a little rough there, but no worse than any other OEM. So, is this it's a throttle rod, not throttle cable. I'm very okay with that. You just don't have throttle rods fail. Throttle cables do. I think I'll pull the muffler off real quick, and then we'll call this a video. Come on, there we go. Because I've got other chores to do. I know I keep saying that, so like a broken record. I do. Gotta keep Mama happy. Those weren't very tight at all. Didn't even think about checking that before I ran it. I mean, who would have thought of that? So maybe taking this all the way down is a really good idea. An M. There's an M. I'm sure that stands for something. We'll do some research. Muffler's nice and light. Make sure you can see what I'm seeing. Come on, flashlight. There we go. You can see the hole there. There's one down there. There's also one up there, so that's pretty good breathing there. And then it appears just to be an open can past that, and then coming out these two holes here. I don't know if you can see down in there like I can, but anyway, you can see the holes. Nice and light. I'm liking it. No wonder. It's got kind of a bark to it, which you won't hear me complaining. It's just breathing. It's I don't know if you can see that, but you've got, oops, let me move it around there. Where's the light gonna hit that at? It's not. Flashlight. Two-ring piston. So when I put this back together, I'll probably be leaving one of those out. Though it does run really good the way it is. There you have it. My little purple chainsaw. Made in China. But yeah. Oh, look at that. I just found that out. It's got an adjustable oiler. Just like the big boys. Like I said, it's a knockoff of a Zenoah, which I've dealt with Zenoah for decades. They build a really good motor, so I understand why you'd want to copy them. They're awesome. The gentleman that sold me this saw when I first talked to him, he's saying it's, you know, you can get all your parts from a Husqvarna dealer. No, you can't, because when Husky took over Red Max, which is Zenoah, they did not continue these saw models. And if they did, if someone out there knows that what model this is in a Husky, I'd like you to show it to me, because I sure would like to buy parts from a Husky dealer, or Husky vendor, I should say. And it looks real similar to Husky, but a lot of these newer saws look a lot alike anymore. There you have it. And until next time, thanks for stopping by. Take care. We'll catch you later. Thank you.